Road America in Elkhart Lake, Wisconsin played host to the GEICO Motorcycle AMA Pro Road Racing Championship and the GoPro Daytona Sportbike class. These are highlights from race number 1, Saturday's event. Getting the early shot is number 95, that's JD Beach on the Road Race Factory Red Bull entry. A couple turns later, here comes turn 5. Gnarly, 6-gear, flat out, downhill braking as hard as you can get it. JD would make a mistake, Cameron Beaubier would go by, but Dane Wolverine Westby trying the inside, goes up to 6 for a moment, runs off the racetrack. He's able to save it on that GEICO Honda. So here comes Jake Lewis on the 85, the Mean Motorsports Racing R6. He would start to throw some punches at Dane Westby. Lewis coming from the Super Sport class where he was the East champion last year, knows how to race, and Westby coming back from injury, well, he made some mistakes during this one. He would gather that one back up over the dirt he goes, and front wheel in the air. Eventually, Lewis and JD Beach, both from Kentucky, started to go after each other. That battle would go all the way to the checkered flag. Now this race is for 5th spot. Number 8, Garrett Gerloff, is in the mix with number 5, Westby, number 43, James Rispoli, and number 50, Bobby Fong. Fong seeing that triumph for the very first time on Thursday. When the checkered flag flew, it was the man who had been dominating all weekend on his YES Monster Energy Graves Yamaha, Cameron Beaubier, taking the win over Jake Gagne. And this fight did not disappoint. Gerloff on the 8, the 5 is Westby, the 43 Rispoli, and the number 50 is Fong. They head up the hill for the checkered flag. Westby and Rispoli decide they want to start dating, so Fong swoops around to take the position. Jason DeSalvo in 9th. Elena Myers, who just signed a 2-year deal in 10th spot. She'll ride that Triumph for a while. Now let's hear from our winner, Cameron Beaubier.
The weekend started off awesome. I started first practice leading by like a little over 2 seconds, and I was like, wow, I wasn't expecting that. I like obviously wanted to stay on my form after Daytona and all that, but I wasn't expecting to be that much faster right out of the box. And then went into qualifying. It went pretty good. I was still a little bit faster than I think Jake was in second by like 0.4 or something like that. They closed in on me. And yeah, the first race I felt really confident. I didn't have the cleanest first race. I made a few mistakes here and there, but was able to pull away and win.
This is race number 2 of the GoPro Daytona Sportbike class, and JD Beach gets another hole shot. Number 6 is Cameron Beaubier behind. Number 32 is Jake Gagne. And also trying to sweep around the outside there is Jake Lewis, trying to improve his finish from 4th. Yesterday's runner-up, Jake Gagne, on that 32 Road Race Factory Red Bull motorcycle, took the lead. Cameron Beaubier, yesterday's winner on the number 6, just went by Jake Lewis on the 85. So in this group of 5, you have Yamaha, 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 and then the lone 43, which is a Suzuki. So Yamaha clearly dominating with that R6. Now, all the chatter was about Cameron Beaubier's domination, but someone forgot to tell Jake Gagne on the 32 that Beaubier is the class of the field. Also, Jake Lewis, the Super Sport East champion, he didn't care, in 3rd spot. And how about Rispoli on that Suzuki, trying to hold on as hard as he can. Unfortunately for LTD Racing's Huntley Nash, he had a bad get-off, and that would end his race. In the Super Sport class a few years ago, he won right here at Elkhart Lake, his first AMA Pro win. But up front, drama for Cameron Beaubier. When this big moment happened, Cameron explains.
Yeah, you just couldn't keep heating the left side of the tire, and I came over that and slid a little bit and bucked me out of the seat. I smashed my windscreen and had to race the rest of the race with the broken windscreen, which wasn't that big of a deal, but it's definitely not what you want flapping on your face down the straightaway. So
these 2 California natives would duke it out for a few laps, but here's Jake Gagne to explain a little more.
On Sunday, it ended up being that way. I whole shot, I led a few laps, and then after that, it was just back and forth the whole time. I made one mistake one time, and he got away a little bit, but then I ended up I just said I wasn't going to let him close down the gap. I'll do whatever I got to do to try to make him not pull another gap, but yeah, I ended up doing that, and then we went back and forth a little bit. Then he made that little mistake with a few laps to go, and it was over.
That was the defining moment in the race when Cameron Beaubier couldn't get his motorcycle slowed down, ran wide in turn 5, and Jake Gagne was able to take it all the way to the checkered flag to win his 11th race at the AMA Pro level, his second Daytona Sportbike victory. But there was still that drag race to the start-finish line for third spot, and it'll go to Jake Lewis on the Mean Motorsports Yamaha R6. James Rispoli was able to finish 7th with Jason DeSalvo 8th. Elena Myers, her best Daytona Sportbike finish to date. And how about Ben Young in 10th? Here's a look at the points. Beaubier leads Jake Gagne 89-74, with Dane Westby scoring 28 points in his first successful race of the year. More from our winner, Jake Gagne.
I was so stoked. I don't know. I didn't even want to think about it. I just kept, doing my thing and pretending like it's every other lap. I didn't want to ease up or anything, because that's when, I don't know, you lose focus, something bad will happen. So I just kept it going and just tried not to think about it until I actually crossed the line.
Make sure you check out AMA Pro Racing on television on CBS Sports Network. Next up, Barber Motorsports Park, June 22nd, pre-race show at 2:30 p.m. East, followed by Daytona Sportbike, race number 1 at 3, and then Sunday at 3 as well. Keep in mind, it's CBS Sports Network, not Papa CBS.